question is, what do you have to say to U.S. farmers who feel that the deal is benefiting Argentina more than it is them, as they are
Argentina's fighting for its life, young lady. You don't know anything about it.
Federal officials announced the recall of nearly 30,000 pounds of raw beef imported from Argentina.
President Trump just purchased tons of beef from Argentina and other countries, the same beef that China recently rejected after tests found traces of chloramphenicol, a powerful antibiotic that is banned in food-producing animals. China enforces a strict zero-tolerance policy, meaning any trace of a banned substance leads to a full rejection. Chloramphenicol is an antibiotic medicine. It is illegal to use in animals raised for food because it can cause severe human health problems, including dangerous blood disorders and cancer risks. Most countries outlaw its use in livestock for this reason, except for the United States of America. We warned you multiple times that the U.S. government have waged a covert war against its citizens with economic attacks through market manipulation of gas prices and commodities, illegal spying and data mining on its citizens without a proper court order, chemical-biological warfare with chemicals intentionally leaked into our food, air, and water supply. High unnecessary taxes where the money disappears and we are left $40 trillion in debt. The list goes on. And with this 300 tons of mystery meat Trump purchased, it won't only destroy the business of our local farmers and economy. We also have no idea what's in this mystery meat because our government don't care about the safety of its citizens at all. They can never be trusted.
Question is, what do you have to say to U.S. farmers who feel that the deal is benefiting Argentina more than it is them, as they are
Argentina's fighting for its life, young lady. You don't know anything about it. They're fighting for their life. Nothing's benefiting Argentina. They're fighting for their life. You understand what that means? They have no money. They have no anything. They're fighting so hard to survive. If I can help them survive in a free world, I happen to like the president of Argentina. I think he's trying to do the best he can. But don't make it sound like they're doing great. They are dying. All right? They're dying.
So I told you Trump was lying about finding 300 tons of beef out there to import. I told you he was lying. So let's do a little quick math with me. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Hell, I hope it's better. I really do. Do this math with me. If you take and make nothing but hamburger. We're not talking sirloins. We're not talking ribeyes. We're not talking ribs. We're not talking brisket. Nothing. With nothing but hamburger. A head of cattle will yield about 500 pounds of hamburger. Yeah. So, 500 pounds of hamburger, that's 4 head per ton. Right? He said 300,000 tons. Okay, 300,000 times 4 is 1.2 million head of cattle. Find me the country that's got 1.2 million head of excess cattle that they can go ahead and process and send to the United States of America. On top of not what they've got in the system that's already being exported and all that. No, this is extra. 1.2 million extra pounds of cattle that they've got. And I will tell you that country doesn't exist. Not even the United States of America. We do not have 1.2 million extra head of cattle, standing around in the fields. We don't. So, where's that beef going to come from? I found it. Started looking at rejected beef. Yeah. There's about 300 tons of rejected beef sitting in South America right now. It's too poor quality to go to China. Yeah.
Federal officials announced the recall of nearly 30,000 pounds of raw beef imported from Argentina. The packages from a company called Corte Argentino sold to distributors and retailers in Florida and Texas. They have use or freeze by dates from September 15th through the 20th. So far, no illnesses have been reported.
The administration is allowing more foreign beef into the U.S. for the next 90 days, and the Pennsylvania Farm Bureau says the increased supply could hurt local beef farmers. Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 News. I'm Amy Love.
The federal government is temporarily opening the door to more imported beef, more than 300,000 tons of it, and it's a move that's drawing attention from Pennsylvania's agriculture industry.
When you start importing beef this way, then it lowers the price, then it does not make it economical for farmers to keep building a herd. So long term, that's what the long-term impact is that we're afraid of.
The Farm Bureau also points to the cost of replacing cattle, something farmers have to factor into their bottom line.
People have purchased cattle at the high beef price, so their input costs are at a high level right now. So now if the price of beef falls, you could have beef farmers that may be breaking even or less than breaking even because they paid so much for replacement calves.
People think Trump crashing the economy and doing all this is a mistake. He's going along with the larger plan for the Great Reset by economic warfare and to create all these global crises, food shortages, all of it, for the central banks to come in and offer their central bank digital currency as the answer. So who are the major power blocks? And through this crisis, what are they going to try to roll out?
That's right. You have to burn things down in order for you to create the control grid. It's too expensive. It's too cumbersome. There's so much resistance if you do it now. But once things burn down, once the population is so scarred by poverty, by depression.
They tell us the system is built to protect us, but when corporate interests and government policies collide over the new beef supply, the corporate machine breaks its own rules, while the citizens pay the price. First off, I wanted to give a major shout out to James Lee for laying the groundwork on this, tracking the timeline, and keeping the spotlight on what the mainstream media chooses to not only ignore, but keep suppressed, as well as the true reason of why all this extra beef is being brought in. While official press releases focus on economic relief, independent journalism forces us to look at the paper trail, and here's what the official narratives sweep under the rug. Earlier this year, Chinese customs rejected tens of thousands of pounds of Argentine beef after detecting trace residues of chloramphenicol, which is a banned antibiotic globally known to cause severe health risks like fatal aplastic anemia. Then immediately following economic shifts, policy directives bypassed the traditional tariffs to flood our domestic markets with hundreds of thousands of metric tons of foreign ground beef from Argentina, creating an open channel for surplus stock that was rejected elsewhere. Also just this month, the USDA was forced to issue a massive recall after nearly 30,000 pounds of raw Argentine beef slipped past port of entry reinspection entirely, sitting on retail shelves in states like Florida and Texas for 3 months before anyone noticed. The system gives us voluntary origin labeling, meaning foreign trimmings can be processed into ground beef without a single label indicating where the animal was raised or slaughtered. But this isn't just an administrative glitch, it's the structural reality of a centralized system prioritizing artificial market control over public transparency. They clear domestic grazing lands, undercut our regional cattle producers, and then open the floodgates to unmonitored imports to keep prices superficially suppressed. But when we stop relying on centralized authorities to verify what's right in front of us, the illusion of control breaks down. So find your local farmers, call and speak with them personally, and see if they will make individual deals, because at the moment you shouldn't be trusting any beef within the corporate market. Support your local producers, demand real transparency, and keep looking beyond their script. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Anonymously enlightening out.
The latest thing the government is going to tell you you have to accept, here it is. You're going to eat foreign ground beef and you're going to like it. And they're telling you that it's going to lower beef prices. You talk about America last, that's about as America last as you can get. When the President of the United States is undercutting our own ranchers, our own beef farmers, Americans who are trying to raise their cattle under the smallest herds since 1951, trying to raise their cattle under a New World screwworm threat. And now they're having to compete against foreign countries who have been guaranteed by the president that it's 25% less than the market price. This is outrageous. Republicans were elected in 2024 for one reason, and it was for Make America Great Again. And the key word in that 4-word statement is America. That means Americans, and that includes American ranchers. That includes the food that we eat. Remember MAHA, Make America Healthy Again? Well, let me tell you something. People like me that very much believe in that message and support our farmers and ranchers, we want to eat beef that's grown right here at home. We want our farmers and ranchers to be able to sustain themselves and their herds and feed their families. And we very much care about the fact that food that is being imported in our country, we care about where it's from. We want to know the conditions it was raised in, what it was fed, what chemicals, what type of antibiotics, and how it was processed. I literally cannot get over the fact that people sit here and defend this stuff. You know, if you care about our country, then you care about our farmers and you care about our ranchers, and you very much want them to be successful. But government intervention like this, subsidizing foreign beef imports, is one of the most repulsive things that I've seen out of this administration, and I cannot believe it.
Look, we need to have a serious conversation about something that's happening right under our noses. Our food security in America is under real threat, and honestly, most people either don't see it or they just don't want to deal with it. Maybe it's ignorance, maybe it's complacency, maybe it's both. But make no mistake, this is a deliberate attack by our own government on our food supply and on the local farmers and producers who keep us fed. And here's the thing, if we lose our access to local food and we're forced to rely entirely on the government just to put dinner on the table, we're in serious trouble. Most of us would either starve or be stuck eating chemically loaded, contaminated meat, the kind of cancer-causing junk that a shopper just reported finding at Kohl's, a chuck steak that looked like the cow was a cancer patient. We cannot afford to ignore this anymore.
Kohl's is investigating an incident with its quality control team after a shopper reported finding a large abscess on a cut of meat that they had purchased from the supermarket. Shopper Sharon Taylor issued a warning to other customers when she posted a photo of her Drover's Choice slow-cooked chuck steak with what appeared to be a pocket of pus on the meat. After reviewing the photo, food safety expert Edward McCartney confirmed that the structure appears consistent with an enlarged lymph node containing a localized abscess consisting of bacteria, damaged tissue, and inflammatory material. The Food Safety Plus director added that an abscess of this size should have been detected and removed during boning and trimming. Retail meat containing an abscess is considered unacceptable and unwholesome. Kohl's has since apologized to the customer and admitted that the piece of meat should have been graded out during the production process. McCartney warned shoppers that if they find a cut or ruptured abscess on a piece of meat, they should retain the packaging and product details, return or discard the entire product, and thoroughly clean and sanitize anything that contacted it.
The time for a revolution is now. We've spent too long allowing sick, twisted people to demoralize us, brutalize us, humiliate us, and even try to eliminate us. But that ends today. We, the people, need to stand together, united, not divided, and fight for our freedom and our right to live while bringing these wicked men and women to justice. We will no longer give them our consent for this tyranny. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and share this video to help get the word out to the masses. And don't forget to support our work by visiting nightandayherbals.com, where you'll find natural hair care and skincare products. We offer natural soaps, body oils, lotions, and balms. Our CBD selection is also top quality, organic, and grown on small Amish farms. We thank you dearly for your support. We're out. Peace.
Comfort slows you down? Reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.